Jagex has revealed more information about Necromancy, and in this video you'll learn more about the skill, and I'll also cover the updated Necromancy items list to help you prepare for the skill's release. Whenever you're ready, grab your cup of tea, sit back, relax, and enjoy. I'm less than 1,000 subscribers away from the big 100k, so if you like my content, do not forget to subscribe. Let's get started. So,
Should I panic buy bones? Yes.
That's exactly what happened. Bones will be used in Necromancy, and the higher level the bone, the better the rituals will be, unsurprisingly. I do not however think that you're going to need all that many bones for Necromancy, especially if higher level rituals last longer than 30 seconds. Because if they do last 30 seconds, some quick maths will tell us that you would use at max 120 bones per hour, and let's say 120 Necromancy takes a fairly extreme 500 hours, you would only need 60,000 bones. Now please bear in mind that that number was a completely random guess, and do not take that to heart because I have no clue how fast Necromancy will be, but I do know you can also train it through combat, so it's safe to assume that you will not need that many bones. Now while one person is panic buying bones, you could be selling those bones by killing living wyverns or frost dragons, as those bones are rising dramatically. Well, any bone is, but you get the point. If you didn't already, Necromancy gear is obtained and upgraded through the skill itself, and to do so you're going to need ensouled materials in the form of bars, thread, and cloth. The items used in these rituals are mentioned in a broad sense in Jagex's item list on their recent news post, which has been updated once or twice. These items include bars ranging from bronze all the way up to Bay Knight. No, they're not including Elder Rune bars for some reason. Combat gear, including Spider Silk gear, Mystic gear, and Subjugation. Additionally, you're going to need to have regular thread, different player-owned farm sheep wool, including Spring Sheared, Summer Down, Full Faced, and Winterwold wool, and finally some Algarum thread. These items I just listed are going to be needed at some point to upgrade your gear, although I do not believe you're going to need to have tons of these items to create and upgrade your gear. Whether or not you buy these items in advance is up to you, but in case of the Algarum thread, know that you're able to buy this for cheap in the wilderness for 450k, or outside of the Ascension dungeon for 500k. So if it goes beyond this price on the Grand Exchange, know that you're able to save some money. If you're an Iron Man, this might mean that you would want to make these items in advance to save some time on release. And in case of Subjugation, perhaps consider AFKing some krill to obtain some pieces. Another thing worth noting related to the gear is that after tier 70, you'll be able to augment this gear with Invention perks, and you'll be able to pick between upgrading it as a DPS armor set or continue with the tank armor set. It's also worth noting that items with hybrid stats such as the Essence of Finality and Blood Fury will work with Necromancy and provide Necromancy related strength bonus.
EOF will work with Necromancy. Yeah. You can store a lovely special attack in it from your arm guard if you want.
Now there will be a new Kiln Cape which you will need to obtain on release by killing Harakan once more by dealing the most damage with the Necromancy combat style. I wouldn't call it unlikely for you to need to have at least level 60 or 70 Necromancy to obtain the Kiln Cape. There will also be a new Zuk Cape, and for that reason, upon release, your hybrid Zuk Cape will be destroyed into the melee, ranged, and magic variants, as you're going to need to have the 4th Cape, the Necromancy Zuk Cape, to get back your hybrid cape. If you have a keepsake hybrid cape, you'll be refunded a keepsake key upon release. Now if you're a big brain boy and you want to save some time on release, get yourself an Igneous Stone right now to be able to instantly upgrade your Necromancy Kiln Cape to the Zuk version. You don't need to kill Zuk with Necromancy to get the Necromancy Cape, you simply need an Igneous Stone and the Kiln Cape to upgrade it. It's also worth noting that the Magic Kiln and Zuk Capes will become blue, while the existing purple colors will be moved to the Necromancy Kiln and Zuk Capes. And this is something I'm very happy with because I always wanted the Mage Kiln Cape to be blue. Fashionscape incoming.
The Magic Kiln Cape and the Magic Zuk Cape are now blue.
The Necromancy incantations, or should I say spells, use 4 new different types of runes that are created using both Necromancy and Runecrafting. These runes are created using a new type of essence called Impure Essence that can only be created using Pure Essence through Ritual. As you would expect, these runes will be tradable and will work with existing Runecrafting items and buffs. This even includes the elemental and catalytic anima stones that increase your rune multiplier.
Oh, that's a good question. They should work, but it depends what we classified them as because of the 4 new rune types. Like what is classed as elemental and what not.
Catalytic stones.
This would also mean that the Power Burst of Sorcery is going to be a useful item, and that's probably already skyrocketing as I'm making this video. Now, a very important thing to know is that these new runes will not fit into existing rune pouches and will be put in some kind of new Necromancy pouch that will be added post-release.
Someone said, can you store Necro runes in the rune pouch? No. This is, again, we'd like to add a new, a Necromancy, not necessarily a pouch, but like an ammo slot for it. Again, not on release. There are only 4 runes. There are not however many in other styles.
Now, if you haven't already, you should absolutely be either unlocking or making overloads right now, as they will not only scale in your favor as Necromancy is a 120 combat skill, but will also require an additional extreme Necromancy potion in the future, completely changing your overload preset and making overload slightly more expensive. Well, maybe not if people are buying a bunch of items right now in panic mode, but well, what's the thing that those influencers say? Oh yeah, that's right. Not financial advice. A couple of other items used in Necromancy that Jagex listed are Draconic Visages or Visages, the Spectral Spirit Shield, which is probably going to be a similar shield to the existing ones, but then for Necromancy, the Praisal Codex, which was confirmed to be used to unlock the tier 99 prayer.
Yes, you will require the Praisal Codex for the tier 99 prayer.
As for the tier 95 prayer, I'm not sure the mods know exactly how they're going to do that just yet. It might be locked behind a certain quest. It's going to definitely require level 95 prayer and the Temple at St. Tistan quest. We just don't know the rest just yet. Now, as for candles, which are used in rituals, you will not need to buy existing candles according to the mods.
Don't worry about candles. I've seen a few people ask about candles. Yeah. We've got new candles coming, so don't worry about stocking up on existing candles.
We just made existing candles work because they existed, but there are a ton of new candles that have benefits to rituals that you want to use over regular candles.
Yeah.
So don't go panic buy the candles from the candle guy at Cafe.
In the Q&A livestream, the mods mentioned that they will not be adding new archaeology relics, invention perks, bank space, additional action bars, or auras alongside Necromancy's release. Damage boosting auras like Madrat worked on the playtest we tried. However, for accuracy auras, the plan is to have Necromancy combat always hit your target, with their damage on the target reducing the lower your accuracy is. Well, to a certain extent, because the mods did say that if you have extremely low accuracy, you will still splash.
So you will not, I guess the best way of putting it is you will not miss with Necromancy. You will just do scaled down damage, basically, depending on how accurate you were. There is an asterisk there, which is you will miss if your hit chance is so low. So like you can't be a level 1 Necromancer and try to fight Zamrak. You will still miss.
Now, do you remember these lovely tooltips showing the actual damage you deal with your abilities? Well, let's hear what the mods have to say about that.
In the first look, we saw ability damage ranges shown on tooltips. Is this going to be implemented for all combat abilities for clarity, especially for new players in the future?
Yes is the answer. Ultimately, Necromancy is doing a lot of new things, and we'd love to hear from you all, like what is working well when it goes out. Like if you really love if you really love the tooltip stuff, let us know and then we'll look to roll it out.
For those of you wondering about the max combat level, which will be level 152, at level 99 Necromancy, if you have level 99 Summoning, Prayer, Attack, Defense, and so on, you will still be level 138. Your combat level won't start going up until beyond level 99 Necromancy. Finally, I think it's very important that you know that Necromancy will not allow you to use bonus XP or XP lamps on release for the first 6 months to make the race fair. However, some XP boosts will work, and one of those has already been confirmed to be the Wise perk.
The one thing I know is the Wise perk will work with Necromancy.
Okay.
And with that being said, we've covered the most important recently released information. If you're interested in more details or specific questions, I'll leave a link to the livestream VOD down below. But with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it interesting. If you did, leave a like down below and maybe even consider subscribing, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.